The first annual government audit under the Moon administration begins. For 20 days. 16 parliamentary committees will review the activities of more than 700 government bodies. Kim Min-ji starts us off by zooming in on the key issues tackled on day one.
12 of the standing committees at the National Assembly kicked off audits of government agencies on Thursday, each committee tasked with different areas of the bureaucracy. With North Korea continuing its provocations and exchanging harsh words with Washington, the spotlight was on the Ministries of Foreign Affairs and Defense. Foreign Minister Kang Kyung-wha reiterated that the government will work to solve North Korea's issue through sanctions and pressure as well as dialogue. Although she noted that the North appears unwilling, she said Seoul will closely cooperate with regional powers such as China and Russia and use their leverage over Pyongyang to bring it back to talks. The ruling party agreed with the government, saying it's important to establish a dialogue channel. But the opposition said talks are not enough and that strategic assets need to be redeployed to the peninsula.
We can only put an end to North Korea's provocations if we deploy strategic nuclear weapons and punish the regime. You have to admit this.
I think the reason we're hearing calls such as these is because of doubts about the Korea-U.S. alliance. What we need instead is a public promise that we will be protected under the U.S. nuclear umbrella.
And as part of efforts to step up defense capabilities, Defense Minister Song Young-moo said that South Korea is seeking to regain wartime operational control over its forces at an early date by discussing the timing and conditions with Washington. Seoul was supposed to regain control at the end of 2015, but that was postponed with no new deadline due to Pyongyang's growing threats. Song said the OPCON transfer will be an opportunity to boost South Korea's military capabilities and pledged that Seoul will maintain complementary relations with the U.S. He added that his ministry will speed up the completion of the so-called three key defense pillars, which include programs designed to carry out preemptive strikes when a threat is imminent, as well as plans for retaliation. Also under the microscope are the labor, industry and agriculture ministries, with rival parties again clashing over issues including possible amendments to the Korea-U.S. free trade deal, as well as the government's decision to suspend the construction of new nuclear plants. During the audit period, rival parties are expected to ramp up their political offensives against each other, especially this being the first audit since a change in government. The ruling party has vowed to root out corruption of previous conservative governments, while the opposition has promised to shed light on the missteps of the new one and scrutinize its economic and security policies. Kim Min-ji, Arirang News.